I'm live. Hey, everybody. Thank you. All right. My name's Crystalline Bell, and I'm going to talk to you today about building an altar for your business. All right. So, why build an altar for your business? What is an altar? And I guess that's kind of the most important thing that we need to look at. So, my altar at home is a mix of things. There's my Gahanzen that I got when I was studying Buddhism many moons ago. There's a little green plant for energy, natural energy. There are some crystals. In particular, there is a beautiful garnet that my friend bought for me. She didn't even know why she was doing it. She's like, I just bought this for you because it felt like I should give it to you. So powerful. Garnet is my birthstone, but it also holds so much meaning for me. My altar also has a pair of tingsha. Those are those little bells that look like cymbals, and you just ring them gently and use them for sound healing and for calling in different energy. There is also incense. I love incense. In particular, I like Japanese incense. That's just an FYI. Just in case you're in Japan and you want to get me a gift, get me some Japanese incense. They are so subtle and so thin, and they smell so nice. Um, and of course, on my journal, on my altar is my journal and my pen, because a huge part of my daily practice is writing down my thoughts and writing down feedback from the universe. So, what does this have to do with the spiritual business hour? Why are we talking about my personal altar? Well, I want to, in today's episode, I want to just kind of inspire you and help you understand what an altar does. I've heard people say that an altar is where you come to alter yourself. Those two words are spelled differently. The thing that I have at my house is an altar. It's an altar. It's ALTAR. But what this person was saying when they were kind of making this statement was that it alters you. So ALTER. You go to your altar when you want to get altered, when you want to change. And your altar is there to change you. You go to your altar and then you sit with the energy and the things that are there. And those things bring you into the present moment. They help ground you. They remind you of who you are. They give you messages from the divine. A lot happens at your altar. And that's where the altering comes in. Now, what does that mean for the business? Am I saying that I want you to create an altar for your business, and therefore on that altar, you put a bag of money, you put pictures of clients, and you put a good luck charm, like a 4-leaf clover? Well, you could do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You could put your vision board there. That's not a bad idea, actually. But I'm not really talking today about a physical altar where you go and worship and you're going to do some woo-woo to build your business. I think that it is perfectly reasonable to make a vision board and to keep that at your altar for your higher self. My vision board is in my bedroom. But I think it totally belongs at the altar. It's a great meditation piece. Why not? All right. But the altar that I'm talking about today is really the altar that you build for your business, and it's about the making the structures in your business, the power objects or the focal points. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I hope you stick with me. First of all, if you are joining me live, please in the comments type in hashtag live. And if you're doing the replay, please type in hashtag replay. Also, I love hearing back from you. Any comments that you want to make, please just chime them in, leave them, write them, type them. I'm trying to watch the comments more often so that I can actually participate. But then I also try not to get off track, but it's better that you leave me some comments. Those comments are really, really helpful. Giving the video a thumbs up, a heart, that's awesome as well. And look, if you want to leave a little angry emoji, you can do that too. If I say something that you don't like, fine. You can say, Crystalline, I didn't like that, okay? Please go ahead and do that. It's important. What's important, most important, is that I know you're here and that we have a conversation together. So my name is Crystalline Bell, and this is the Spiritual Business Hour. I come here every day at 2:00 p.m. Pacific time, whatever Pacific time that is. I come here, and by the way, there is a cheat sheet that we make every single week. And you have access to those in our community. And if you sign up, it is totally free to join our community and to get those cheat sheets. They will be delivered to you every week. We have a community where you can access the entire years of cheat sheets, both from the past and the present. All right. Okay. So why am I doing this? Let me first of all tell you what this Spiritual Business Hour is about. Number one, I am really spiritual. I'm really in my feminine. I am intuitive. I use my feeling nature. And at the same time, I need to have a business that functions like a real business. I need consistent income. I need to be able to deliver a high quality of service to my clients. So for me, having an organized business is really important, but also honoring the feminine, intuitive, heartfelt, sensual aspects of myself as a woman and as a creator is also important. So the Spiritual Business Hour unites those. Every day there's a different theme. Monday, I have a bold conversation with a healer or a business expert, but we talk about what it means to be running our business and how we can bring more soul, more spirituality into this work that we're doing. On Tuesdays, it's Heal Yourself Tuesdays. That's when I'm talking about something around healing, and that's what we need as spiritual entrepreneurs. We've got a lot of internal stuff that's going on, blockages, limited mindsets, small thinking. That's all wounding. That's all stuff that's taking us away from the magnificent beings we are. Well, on Tuesdays, we uncover those things and we talk about them and we come up with some solutions. On Wednesdays, like today, it's Woo Wednesday. I'm taking you into something deep around spirituality and business. On Thursdays, it's Build Your Empire Thursdays, okay? On Thursdays, we talk about building your empire. And on Fridays, it's Badass Beautiful Fridays, and that's when we talk about something that has to do with beauty. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be about Korean skincare because, this skin is glowing and it's only been happening since I started using my Korean skincare. It might also be about supplements. It might be about feeling sensual. It might be about nature, taking a nature walk. It might be about art. If it's beautiful, we talk about it on Fridays. So join me every day here and let's connect. Leave your comments and participate. And more importantly, sign up for the Spiritual Business Hour downloads, which and I'm going to leave this comment right here. Boom. Posting that. You can get the link. It's also in the show description. All right. So let me get into these three components of building an altar to your business. Now, before I do that, I want to talk to you about why I'm talking about this. And I think it's important to understand that your business needs an altar. It needs a focal point. And this is not about a physical thing like, oh, this pen represents the focal point of my business. If this pen brings you power, great. But what I want you to understand is that the structures of your business require um, the structures of your business are what make up the altar to your business. So I'm going to tell you three of those structures that you need. And if you don't have these structures in your business, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a healer or a coach or a content creator. If you don't have these three focuses in your business, you don't have a business. You have something that is here today and then gone tomorrow. That's not the nature of a business. A business endures, it's sustainable, it goes on for years and decades. And if you're really that badass, it can go on for centuries. All right. So the point is that from where you are right now, start building your business with the sense that you want this to endure beyond you. You want to leave a legacy that includes your business. The problem is that most spiritual entrepreneurs are building from inspiration. So you have a calling, you have a gift, you have this feeling that you want to be of service, and you have all these ideas. I hear spiritual women all the time saying, I got all these ideas. I'm so creative. I get downloads. Yeah, but what you do with those downloads? What do you do with your downloads? Most of them start doing something with their downloads and then they drop it because they got another download. So, the thing to keep in mind and the thing that I'm wanting to help you understand is that your downloads are actually um, worthy of making a decision. You don't get to keep all the downloads. You make a decision. You say, hey, I got 5 downloads today. Which one am I going to work on? Which one am I going to work on? You work on that one, you build it. And that working on that one, developing that one might require you to actually spend weeks working on that one. Do you have the stamina? Do you have the resilience? Do you have the determination to actually carry that through? It's like being a mother who has a baby growing inside her. She can't just be like, oh, I lost my focus after week 1. I'm ready for this baby to be born. No, you got to stick with it for 9 months. You got to stick with it for 40 weeks. So that's the problem. If you don't have all of if you don't have these 3 structures that I'm going to share with you, if you don't have these in place, the result is that you have a business that is not functioning, or it's functioning inconsistently. You might attract clients sporadically. You generate income unpredictably. And it's not because you're not a good person or you're not good at the job that you have. It's just because you have not built the container that actually holds your work in a way that really respects the work and respects the institution of business. If you've been following me for a while, you'll have heard me talk about like the feminine is free and wild and creative, and the masculine is structured, organized, and time bound. You need the both. You need the both of them to work together. One without the other. If you have a business that's just structure, there's no heart, there's no soul, there's no passion, there's no creativity, and there's no magnetism. There is no magnetism in a business that's all masculine. On the other hand, if you're all feminine, You're all creativity. You love people. You just do things sporadically. You follow your intuition. You do what you feel. Then you've got no structure, no consistency. You're here today, and you call somebody in, and then you're there tomorrow. They go to where you were yesterday, and you're like, oh, I moved. Ah, I moved. I felt called to go over here. I felt called to go over there. You know, it's not easy, right? It might feel good in the moment, but then you notice that either people can't find you, they don't know what you're talking about. So many of you all are out there talking and you don't know what to say. You're trying to say all the things and you're saying what you feel in the moment. Well, I saw you yesterday and you said one thing, but today you're saying a different thing. So I'm just shifting, watching you move around, but I don't know what you actually offer. This is problematic. So, the solution that I want to propose to you is that you're going to build this altar and you're going to identify three structural components that your business needs. I'm going to make these suggestions for you. All right. The first one is going to be your offer. So, your offer needs a clear purpose, and your offer is like the intention. It's like your big promise. And it is the intention that is at the center of your whole business. Your offer is the intention that is at the center of your entire business. The intention that I have at the center of my entire business is helping coaches really step into coaching by having a really great business that functions even when they are off. I love building businesses, and so I build the business structure for my coaches, and they get to focus on coaching and creating their curriculum. It's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm very blessed to be able to do that. So for you, you really want to be you want to have an offer that is rooted in your intention, and I'm saying an offer. You need a whole series of offers. In today's market, you need a series of offers. You need some free offers that don't cost anybody any money. They give you their emails. And then actually, I'm going to give you, wait, first, you need a totally free offer. This video that you're watching is a totally free offer. I do this every day. Don't nobody pay me nothing. You can come here to Facebook or YouTube or wherever it's streaming and you can watch, and you don't even have to put in your email. That's totally free. I also have a blog. That's also totally free. Now, then you need the upgrade from that, which is where you are asking someone for their email in exchange for this next level of offer, which might not cost them any money, but they are giving you their email. And that's helpful because you're then going to be able to send them the next thing that they need, right? This is not about just bombarding people with a whole bunch of junk. I hate that. I hate that. I hated it when I was doing it, but I didn't know how to get it under control. Then I learned the system and the way to do it. Now it's like, oh, this is wonderful, magical, great. Emailing is great, but you got to learn how to do it, right? And all that's rooted in your offer. Then from there, you have a low ticket offer, then you have a medium ticket offer, and then you have a high ticket offer. Okay. But all those offers are rooted in one intention, and that intention is how you help people. Okay. Now, the next part of your altar is your connection to your audience. And this is about being in relationships with people. This is where you are connecting to, your work, but you're bringing it to the people. Like right now, I'm sitting on this live stream, and on one hand, I know that I'm here talking by myself. Okay, I'm talking by myself. And at the same time, I know that you are watching this video whenever you get to watch it. You might be watching it live. If you're watching it live, type in the comments, hashtag live. And if you're watching the replay, type in the comments, hashtag replay. Telling you, it's very helpful. Please do it. Now, and leave me any other comments. If you've got issue with what I'm saying, please leave your comments. So your job is to create, as a part of your altar, a way to connect with your audience. The spiritual business hour is a way for me to connect with you. There's also my social media profiles, and there's my email list. Those are ways that I can connect. I get to have my thoughts, my things that I want to share, and I email them, or I make a video about them, or I make a post about them. And all of those things are there for people to learn more. I invite your comments, not because I just want you to comment something for nothing. It's so that I can learn who you are and where you are in this journey. Learning your thoughts is one way that I get to connect with you. Sharing my thoughts is one way that I'm giving to you, but I do need people to reach back out. I need people to say, hey, I watched this, I like it. I get a lot of people in my emails every day that are like, Crystalline, this really resonated with me. They tell me their stories. I love that. I love that so much. I love learning about those people. And I love that they share themselves with me. It's very, very powerful. But also, being in your community is a part of this. So for me right now, I'm in Long Beach, California, and being able to participate in live networking events is so special. Participating with the Chamber of Commerce, participating with just whatever organizations are local here, showing up, that's really important. But also, another way to connect is to actually get business cards, which, by the way, boom, I have, and I'm going to share those with you because, you know, since I'm in California for a little while, I'm like, I'm able to actually give out business cards. And so I'm going to see if I can show you my business cards. It's funny. The green is picking up and not showing you everything, but that's okay. But they're beautiful, right? Badass butterfly, boom, with a QR code. I love it. Oh my God. So being able to connect with people, getting some cards made and actually handing those cards out to people, that is a way to start inviting people into your world. You don't just walk up to somebody and give them a card like you're some kind of street vendor, but what you can do is pull out your cards when you're having a conversation with people. Stop being so much locked into yourself, stop hiding. Instead, open up, ask people how they're doing, see what's going on, start making friends, act like you're a part of the community that you live in. Meet new people. I think it's very exciting. That's what I do. I want this box of cards, 250 cards. I want this box of cards gone within the next 3 months. We're going to do a business card challenge together. I know we're going to do that. That's going to be very cool. I'm going to challenge you to get your cards made, and then we're going to give them out, and we're going to talk about the ways that we give them out to people. And that's how you start getting visible. All right. So let me give you my third altar piece. And the third altar piece is building on what I just said, and it's your visibility. And this is where you start to get yourself seen. A lot of people have podcasts, and so they want to they're looking for guests. So getting yourself on podcasts. I have this spiritual business hour. If you are a coach or a healer, and you can apply to come and talk to me during one of my episodes. I would love to have you. This is how I get to connect with you, And, I share you with my audience, you share me with your audience. It's a, it's a co-creation. That's nice, right? You don't have to do everything yourself. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's not like you have to like always do things with other people, but today I'm here by myself, just chatting it up with you in the audience. And this works for me. I have Mondays, I have that conversation with somebody else. I think this Monday I have Stephanie coming in, but I better double check. So let me not misquote. Um, and I think this Friday, I think I might have Lee coming this Friday, or maybe that's next Friday. It's Friday the 19th. Ooh, I think Lee is coming this Friday. You're going to love Lee. Um, yes, Lee is this coming Friday. So, my point is do what you need in order to get visible. Um, what does it mean to be visible? Well, creating opportunities for people to see you is one thing. Making a post, for example, on Facebook is one way. Um, Making a video on YouTube is another way. The key is going back to what I was talking about early on. You need structures. So it's not about doing random things. That doesn't work. I tried. This is why I know. Like just going on a podcast here, a podcast there, or even doing 20 podcasts, that is not enough. When you do these podcasts, number one, you need to share the podcast that you are on. The podcaster themselves needs to share it, but you also need to share it. You also need to have your message and your offer and your funnel all built so that when you go on the podcast, you're not just saying, hey, this is what I'm talking about. See ya. Bye. No, you want to say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. This is important to me. And this is how you can learn more. I've created this download for you. Please go and check it out. That's how you're going to bring people into your email list, and they will then learn more because you're going to send them some very lovely, nurturing emails that shows them that you understand them. You're not just going to bombard them with a bunch of crap, okay? You're going to give them some beautiful nurturing emails that come from your heart and that speaks to their heart and their problem. And then you're going to invite them into the next step. All right. I just had a great conversation with Dr. Richard Kay, by the way. He's this guy who helps you get seen and heard, but like at a different level. Like I just told you some very basic things that you must have as the foundation for your coaching and healing business. Okay. These three things in that I just talked about for your altar are like, these are the pillars of your business and they must be operating all the time. But what Richard does is, excuse me, he takes your visibility to the next level. Like he helps you get seen on TV and he helps you get written up in magazines and all this kind of thing. And I think that's really, really important. And, we'll be talking about that. I'm going to get him on the show so he can talk to you about what that looks like. All right. That's all I have to say. I want to thank you so much for watching me today. And I'm going to do a test right now. We're 28 minutes in. Am I hidden behind the Woo Wednesdays over here? Or am I hidden over there? Because I think I've been hiding and I didn't know it. Is it hidden over here with the wiggling fingers? Or hidden over here with the still fingers? I don't know. You could tell me in the comments. All right, Crystalline's going to go ahead and sign off. I'll be back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock Pacific time. All right, bye for now, friends. Bye.